Have you ever felt like no matter how much you try, you always end up fearing that the people you love most will leave you? It feels like a shadow following you everywhere. Maybe you feel like no matter how hard you try, you're always chasing love, chasing security, or chasing connection, but it just slips away. But what if I told you that this fear isn't your fault and it's something that you can change? By the end of this video, you'll understand where abandonment issues really come from, how they create limiting beliefs that quietly control your life, and the first steps to finally rewrite the story you've been living. I have a tool for you to use, which I'll share with you at the end of this video. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button and the bell to be notified every time I post a new video about healing abandonment wounds with your subconscious mind. Hi, I'm Jenny O'Neill, and I know exactly what it feels like to live with the pain of abandonment. For years, I was stuck in a loop, chasing love, only to feel like I was always losing it. I didn't understand why, and I kept ending up in the same painful situations, feeling scared, unworthy, and completely powerless. But everything changed when I started working with the subconscious mind. I learned how abandonment from my past was quietly shaping my present. Once I uncovered the hidden beliefs driving my fears, I was able to reprogram my mind and finally find the peace and love I've been searching for. And now, hundreds of women in my coaching practice, just like you, do the same. So let's get into it. Where abandonment issues come from? Well, they often begin in childhood. Maybe you had a parent who wasn't emotionally or physically available. Perhaps they left altogether, or maybe you experienced a loss like a divorce or even the death of someone close to you. As kids, we're wired to rely on our caregivers for safety and love. When that bond is broken, even in subtle ways, our brains start creating a story to explain what's happening. But here's the thing, kids don't think, oh, my parent is going through their own struggles right now. No, kids internalize it. We think something must be wrong with me. Let's say your parent didn't show up for you emotionally. You might start thinking, what did I do wrong? Or why am I not good enough for them to stay? These thoughts start to shape how you see yourself and the world. Your brain does this in a way to make sense of the situation. And it's like, if I can figure out what I did wrong, maybe I could fix it and make them stay. But of course, it's not your fault. And as a kid, you don't know that. And this is where those core beliefs start forming. Like, I'm not lovable, I'm not good enough, people always leave me. These beliefs get locked in because your brain is trying to protect you. It's like, if I expect people to leave, maybe it won't hurt as much when they do. The problem is, those beliefs don't just stay in childhood. They follow you into adulthood, popping up in your relationships, your friendships, and even how you treat yourself. Now, let me ask you, what's one limiting belief you think you might be holding on to? Share it in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Now, here's what's wild. Those beliefs, they don't just stay in your childhood. They take root in your subconscious mind, the part of your brain that controls 90% of your thoughts, feelings, and actions. You're not even aware that they're there, but they're running the show. They shape how you see the world and how you respond to it. For example, you might push people away because deep down you believe they'll leave anyway. Or you might cling too tightly in relationships, desperate to avoid being abandoned again. Let me share a quick story to make this a little more clear. There was a time when I was dating someone who seemed absolutely perfect. They were kind, attentive, everything I thought I wanted. But deep down, I couldn't shake the feeling that it was too good to be true. So, what did I do? I started testing them, picking fights, doubting their intentions, overanalyzing every little thing they said. I was so scared they'd leave that I actually started to sabotage the relationship. And guess what? They did leave. At the time, I thought, see, I knew I couldn't trust anyone. But in reality, it wasn't them. It was my own subconscious beliefs playing out. I believed people would always leave. They would always leave me, so I acted in ways that pushed them away first. It wasn't until I did this inner work to identify those beliefs that that's when I realized the truth. I was creating the very thing I was afraid of. So, what do you do next? Well, the first step to changing your story is figuring out what those hidden beliefs are. What's been on repeat in your mind? So ask yourself, do I believe I'm unworthy of love? Do I think people will always leave me? Do I fear that I'll always be alone? Once you know what your personal limiting beliefs are, you can begin to shift them. Here's the good news. Just like those beliefs were learned, they can be unlearned. But it's not about just flipping a switch. It's about taking small, intentional steps. So now, if you're ready to dig deeper and uncover your personal limiting beliefs, I have a free core beliefs worksheet you can download. It's designed to help you identify the beliefs that are keeping you stuck and start your journey to transformation.